Spectacular Christmas.
Next, join Shelley Craft for a very special Christmas with the Australian Women's Weekly. Then one-on-one with the Rolling Stones on New 60 Minutes, followed by New The Mentalist.
And tonight on Go, the outrageous new season of Sun, Sex and Suspicious Parents.
I know what you're thinking when you see that tree. Christmas can't be here already, but it will be before you know it. So we have a whole show packed full of ideas to make Christmas as fun and festive as possible. Food is always top of the tree this time of year, and we've got a range of recipes everyone will love with some special guests dropping in.
Okay, Sugar Sisters, I'm going to turn you into the Savoury Sisters.
Yay! Jamie Jury has some warm weather advice to keep your garden happy.
I'm ready for summer. Are you?
Stocking fillers,
For $20, this super cool skateboard.
some different Christmas tree ideas.
This year, we're going to bring you 3 different trees.
This is Christmas with the Australian Women's Weekly. Last week, she wowed us with an amazing summer pavlova. This week, Anna Gare has put together a traditional Christmas feast with the help of a couple of people you'll know, Big Brother's own Sugar Sisters.
Oh, here's trouble. Double trouble. Hi, girls. How are you?
Thank you.
Hug, that's so Big Brother, isn't it?
Is amazing.
You girls are here today to learn, right?
Yes, we're so excited.
Why don't you come over here to my right? Sugar Sisters. I'm going to turn you into the Savoury Sisters today.
Okay.
I'm going to show you how to bake a beautiful big turkey.
Yeah.
Did you do much cooking in the Big Brother house?
Yeah, we did lots of baking. We like to make cupcakes, so we did lots of that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did lots of sweet treats in there.
Every Christmas turkey needs a really beautiful stuffing. So I've got a few cups of breadcrumbs here, and we're just going to pop them into the bowl. So I've got 2 cups of fresh corn, bacon,
Yummy.
garlic, and some onion.
Yum, that looks delicious.
Yeah, and we're just going to mix that all together.
Oh, wow, those colours look great.
Okay, so in goes the stuffing, and we're going to push most of it through. Then we're going to turn it around and just fill up the top side. Tuck the parson's nose up in like that, and that will help to hold all that stuffing in. Toothpicks are fantastic. We're just going to hold those 2 bits of skin together, and we're going to, it's like sewing. Do you girls make your own frocks?
No.
What do? You go and order, can I have 2 of those things? Yeah. I need you girls to rub the butter in. Just have a bit of fun. Rub it all over the birds. Just make sure it's nice and even. Oh, my gosh. Double trouble. OK, now we add 2 cups of chicken stock. And then we add a little bit of salt into the oven for an hour and 15 minutes.
Wow.
So it's been in the first half hour at 180.
Yeah.
And then 160 for the next 45 minutes. So we're just going to base her all over, and this will help to give her a lovely, even golden colour.
My mouth's watering already.
OK, now what we do, just to ensure that she's beautiful and moist all the way through, we're going to cover her with foil, and then we wrap her up. Nice and tight.
I'm so excited.
All juiced up.
Okay.
And we're going to continue to bake her for a further 45 minutes. So now we need to make a maple glaze for this turkey, because next time it comes out, we're going to baste it in the juices and the maple syrup glaze. This is very handy because it comes in a 250ml bottle, and that's exactly how much we need. We're just going to add some lemon juice to this reduced maple syrup. In she goes. The potatoes are ready. They're not totally cooked through, just a little bit soft around the outside. This is the secret to a good crispy potato. A little bit of olive oil, about quarter of a cup. Then we're going to add some butter. Put this into the oven to heat it up. You don't want the potatoes going into cold fat. And that's what makes them so good.
We won't tell anyone your secret.
OK, girls, so these potatoes are perfectly cool. Now we're just going to rough them up a little bit in the colander, and that helps to give it that really lovely crunchy edge. In goes the roughed up potatoes. OK, we need a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper to season it up. So I think we need to get these into the oven, 45 minutes on 220 degrees. And this is ready to glaze the turkey with.
Oh, you can smell it.
Oh, yes. Who needs to go to the gym? Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, girls, we're lacking a little bit of juice on the bottom of the pan. So we're just going to add a little bit of water, lather the bird again in all those lovely juices.
That's amazing.
Lovely and shiny and moist again.
Juicy.
Got to look after your bird.
Yes.
And that's a little tip out there for the blokes. Okay, treat her kindly and lather her in maple syrup. Would you like to do that?
Yes, please. This is fun. It's like painting.
Wow, it's looking really good, really nice and shiny now.
I think that's done. I know you're having too much fun. We're going to pop this back into the oven for just 1 more hour, and she's done.
Yay!
Oh, beautiful. So now this turkey needs to rest for 45 minutes, which is a beautiful thing because we're going to make a beautiful gravy out of all of these pan juices, and then we're going to skim the fat off the top. So we're frying the flour in the turkey fat, and that's going to give it lots of lovely flavour. And we'll add all the juices that the turkey left behind us. Then we're just going to add about 2 to 3 cups of chicken stock. And we just might whip up this salad. What do you reckon? I thought I'd let you girls do this one. It's got asparagus and zucchini in it. And I've blanched it in some hot, salted water, and then I've refreshed it in some lovely cold icy water, so it's shocked all the colour back into those vegetables. Now we need a lovely dressing. What we need is some olive oil, some lemon juice, a teaspoon of honey, and then we're just going to add some pistachio nuts and pepper and salt. Pop the lid on, give it a good shake.
Step back, Hannah.
Get down tonight. That's great. Have you ever made a dressing before?
No.
Are you starting to think, why have I not made a dressing before? Look how easy it is.
So easy.
Yeah.
Oh. Yum. That looks amazing.
I know. This is such a beautiful, simple recipe. Oh, and that final bit of delicious gravy. Oh, yeah. Well, I must say, girls, it's been really lovely meeting you, and thank you so much for all your help, and I hope you've been totally inspired.
Definitely.
And I'm sorry, big brother. But I'm now sugar mama.
Yay!
And it's time for you girls to leave.
No! We don't want to go.
Okay, then you can do the dishes.
Okay, you're at your local garden centre, you're ready to plant out for the summer. Here's a few things to think about before you put a plant in the trolley. And I'm going to start off with mulching and ground covers. That'll help you insulate the soil, and actually as that mulch breaks down, it feeds the soil. This is why I've chosen the tea tree mulch, because it's really nice and fine and it breaks down very easily. Now I'm hoping that you're going to fill up some of these bald spots with some great Aussie natives. And this one is a great grevillea called the Aussie crawl, and you can see the habit there is going to scramble across the garden, stop the weeds coming up and keep the moisture in the garden beds. Now when you mulch, all year round, about 100 to 120 millimetres. Well, here's another thing to think about. Why not, slowly but surely, start swapping out some of your more thirsty plants within the garden for some of the more water-wise varieties. I've got a whole range of them here. Now, these are some lovely proteas from South Africa. I've got the beautiful Australian grass tree, the Xantheria, and this is the beautiful New South Wales Christmas bush. Now, that'll flower all the way through summer as well, so you get a lot of colour, but you're also putting more water-wise plants in the garden, because let's face it, the world isn't getting any cooler, so we've got to get a bit smarter. Okay, so you don't have a giant backyard, you've maybe got an apartment or a balcony or a rooftop, and you've got to look at container gardening. So here's how to choose the right container so you don't lose all your moisture and the nutrients with it. Now, the terracotta pot, super classic, really lovely, but as that pot heats up, the moisture will come out of it and it sort of saps some of the nutrients with it as well. Line the interior of that terracotta pot with some waterproof membrane, and that'll basically seal the interior of it and stop some of that moisture coming out. Another tip, turn your plant 180 degrees every 2 weeks just to even up the light source. All right, if you're one of those people who are super busy and you just don't like any maintenance in the garden, ornamental grasses are your best friend. These are lamandras, you've got dietes over here, mass planted like this, they look fabulous because when the wind moves through it, you really get a lot of texture in the garden. Okay, so there's a few tips to think about. I'm ready for summer, are you?
After the break, Emma Friedman has some makeover ideas for your Christmas tree.
We're going to focus on 3 tree looks and show you how you can achieve them at home.
And Luke Mangan is making the most of cherry season.
Cherries are a really versatile fruit. You don't have to use them in desserts all the time.
That's the Jingle Bell Ride.
they came looking
Is there anybody there?
for the vlog.
Yo!
But what they found
Can anyone hear us?
was nothing.
No walls, no floors, no ceiling, no nothing. Zilch, nada, zip.
Oh my God.
The first time ever, our contestants are starting completely from scratch. Better them than me. And if that ain't enough, they're going to have to compete against these guys. Lisa and Lysandra and Brad and Dale. Past winners and block royalty.
Technically, I wasn't a winner.
We're all winners, mate. It's time to divide and conquer. Fans versus favourites. The new block. Fans versus favourites. 2014 on 9.
Summer fashion at unbelievably low prices. Only at Big W.
Celebrate Christmas with the Australian Women's Weekly cookbooks. With everything from modern party food to wow your guests, to reliable recipes for traditional feasts. With the Australian Women's Weekly, you've got Christmas covered.
We all know Glen 20 eliminates odours in your bathroom, but it's also got some other surprising uses, like killing germs here, and nasties here. It also gets rid of these smells. And those ones. Incredibly, it even controls mould growing in problem areas indoors and outdoors. Dettol Glen 20. One spray, 101 uses. Put it to use today.
Tis the season to be scratching, so add some instant Scratchits tickets to your Christmas list.
Scratch me happy.
An action-packed day leaves you craving simplicity. Simple is being able to adjust power and time while you're cooking. Simple is one-touch favourites. Simple is a microwave designed by food thinkers. The Breville Quick Touch. Simple.
Who offers you the award-winning i20 hatch from just $14,990 drive away, including automatic, plus no deposit and nothing to pay until 2015? We do. Hyundai.
Wherever and whenever you take a Lindor moment, it just seems to make life feel so much more sublime. Smooth, melting Lindor. From the Lindt Master Chocolatier. The better the chocolate, the greater the pleasure. Share the bliss this Christmas with Lindor from Lindt.
Christmas with the Australian Women's Weekly Special, brought to you by Big W. Shop this Christmas from thousands of great gift ideas.
We're here at the Australian Women's Weekly Christmas decorating shoot, and these guys have been planning this for months. But today, we're going to focus on 3 tree looks and show you how you can achieve them at home. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes at a photo shoot. This year, we're going to bring you 3 different trees. Glamorous, traditional, and modern. Not sure how you want to decorate your tree this year? Well, you won't go wrong with these tips from a professional. Handy Renshaw is the Australian Women's Weekly home editor, She's a real-life tree expert. You've come up with 3 beautiful ideas this year. We've got, firstly, the modern tree, which would be suited to maybe a beach house.
Yes, of course. Really simple and just use decorations to highlight the trees.
These plywood trees look fresh and modern. The fluoro colours are perfect decoration choices for this look. Move on to the traditional tree, which is something that we see in so many beautiful homes right across the country. How do you dress a tree like that? Because it's so grand and it's so big and vivacious.
I think you can afford to go crazy with that tree, and less is more doesn't apply to the traditional tree, because like the bigger the baubles, the better. Lots of gold and red and green would work.
There is no denying the allure of a traditional tree. It's how you mix the colours and decorations. That's the key. I love your final take on Christmas, which is the glitzy and glamorous tree.
Yes, it's a statement piece, the gold tree. I think you can afford to tone it back a bit because the tree is such a piece on its own.
It's more about what you put on the tree rather than how you put it there. We might not be using lights today, but here's a tip from the professionals. Don't skimp on them. They say for every half metre of tree, you should use a strand worth 100 lights or so. An angel to add the final decoration. Perfect. One very glamorous tree. So, to ensure your tree looks as great as the professionals, select a tight colour scheme and stick to it. Keep it simple. Look for a few off-the-shelf style decorations. Try the internet or even make your own. And lastly, less is more. Well, usually. Here's hoping there's a few lovely little surprises under your gorgeous tree this year. Merry Christmas.
Cherries are a really versatile fruit, and I just love them. And you don't have to use them in desserts all the time. So I'm going to show you how to make my roast duck with cherry sauce. You'll just love it. So when cooking duck, don't be afraid. It's really simple. Treat it like chicken or steak. But most importantly, we've just got to remove any excess fat. So I've done that, but also when cooking, we need to score the skin. And that just helps to render the fat down when we cook it, and it will also help to get a nice crispy skin on the duck. Now I want to just make a little spice rub, and what we're going to do there is some brown sugar, some 5-spice mix, some salt, and lots of ground black pepper. So we want to pack that on top of the duck skin, but going to add a little something special, some brandy. And we just pour that in just so it comes up to the level of the skin, so it's really the meat of the duck is soaking it up. Just like that. So the duck's been in marinade for about an hour. So what I want to do is just take it out of the brandy and just pat it dry. But really important when we're cooking duck, or anything meat really, is to have a really hot pan. I'm going to just put a splash of oil in there, but you don't need a lot because the fat from the duck renders down and you get a lot of fat from that. So here we go. Skin side down, really important. Got to hear that sizzling sound, so important. So this has now been cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes, and you can just see how it's starting to caramelise and get that beautiful golden brown colour. So what we do then is just turn it over. We just leave it in there for about 30 seconds just to coat the bottom of the duck breast, and then straight on to a baking dish, a preheated oven of about 220 for about 15 minutes, and you'll end up with a perfect duck. And then we just want to lose a little bit of that excess fat from the duck breast. Keep a little bit in there, and this is where we cook the shallots and the cherries. So to make this beautiful cherry sauce, hot pan again, just some chopped shallots or onions. So shallots are beautifully done. So you get some pitted cherries. I've cut them in half, or you can cut them in quarters, and you just throw them in as well. Ain't finished yet. The excess marinade of the brandy and the sugar and the 5-spice, making sure the pan's really hot. This smells amazing. So cherry sauce is ready. Duck's cooked for 15 minutes. Rest for 5, just so it's all nice and relaxed. Now, get the duck. I like to turn it over, skin on the board, and just carve through like that. And you can see how it's beautiful and pink just in the middle. Absolutely beautiful. So we get some mache lettuce, or you could use watercress or something like that, and put the duck around the dish. And now I just like to get the cherry sauce, the shallots, the brandy, all nice and flavoursome. Enjoy.
After the break, Miranda Tapsell from the Sapphires drops in to help make a Christmas favourite.
It's been so fun.
Oh, you had fun? Oh, that's good.
The future is here. On 60 Minutes, 3D printing, guns, body parts, even cars. And it's as simple as click, print, fire.
This is a really worrying development.
Plus, the greatest rock and roll band in the world, one-on-one.
It's fun and absolves all your responsibilities.
60 Minutes, next.
Summer fashion at unbelievably low prices. Only at Big W.
At Allianz, we know things don't always go to plan.
Parsley.
That's where we come in.
Allianz Insurance. We'll get somebody out to help you.
Allianz Home Building Insurance provides temporary accommodation if your home is too damaged to live in. You'll be okay with Allianz.
Olive oil should be just this, the fresh, healthy juice squeezed directly from the olive. Did you know many European oils are chemically refined and 90% of imported brands have failed the Australian standard? Australian farmers don't use chemical processing, and so their oils are naturally rich in goodness, and they're winning awards the world over. So, buy Australian olive oil. It's fresher, tastier, and better for you.
With the Dyson Digital Motor V6, two-tier radial cyclones, and a motorised cleaner head, the new Dyson Digital Slim Vacuum sucks up as much dust as even a corded vacuum.
Easy Wax.
Roll on.
From Beats.
8 out of 10 women would definitely use it again. Salon wax results in your home. It's easy. The right temperature.
I don't burn myself.
An even layer.
No mess.
And salon wax results.
Without leaving the house.
And try the new Sensitive Skin Refill. For arms and legs. Specially formulated with almond oil. Easy Wax Roll-On Kit and new Sensitive Skin Refill.
From Beats.
Bad boys, what you gonna chew? What you gonna chew when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna chew? What you gonna chew when they come for you?
Chewing extra after eating and drinking helps keep teeth clean, fresh and healthy.
Bad boys. Bad boys, what you gonna chew? What you gonna chew when they come for you?
Extra. Disney has the perfect gift this Christmas for your friends and family at Big W. Rediscover the wild with Mowgli and Baloo in the Jungle Book. And go under the sea with Ariel in The Little Mermaid.
Have you ever seen anything so wonderful?
Share the magic of Disney this Christmas at Big W.
What a bright time, it's the right time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Mix and a mingle and a jingle and beat. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. The story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her.
Welcome back to Christmas with the Australian Women's Weekly. Now, there's no denying that Christmas can be a time of overindulgence. But for many of us, it's also the time of year that we feel like we'd like to give something back. And let me tell you, there are organisations all over the country who would love your help as a volunteer. Oz Harvest is one of them. One person can make a difference to an organisation like Oz Harvest. Volunteers like Susan do all the picking up and all the delivering of the food. So many hands make light work. Oz Harvest is a national food rescue charity. They collect unwanted food from shops, cafes and supermarkets, food that is fit to be eaten, just unable to be sold, and they deliver it to hungry people who need it.
Hi Greg, how are you today?
Hey guys, how you going?
Good.
Suze, good to see you.
Hi. Hey, morning Greg. Shelley, how are you?
Morning, Shelley. Good,
I'm helping out for the day, but I hear Brasserie Bread helps out all the time.
Yeah, we really proud to be part of the charity here and donating, really nice quality food to people that need it.
And all fake fresh today?
Super fresh. This is what our customers had today, so yeah, it's good to go for the needy people.
Let us take this off your hands. Thank you very much and Merry Christmas.
Same to you. Good to see you guys.
Thank you.
See
you next time.
See ya.
I'm really proud of what we've got here today.
Oh yeah, and the charities are going to love it.
Okay, let's load up. The use-by date might be out by a few hours, but it's still perfectly good to eat.
It's great going and picking up the food, but when you actually go into a charity and you hand the food, that's the bonus of it, seeing people's faces and being able to give them the food. It's really nice.
Yeah. It's a small thing for you, but it's a big thing to the charities that help feed lots of hungry people every day.
Hi.
Hiya. So businesses, spare a thought for Oz Harvest next time you've got any edible food waste. And if you'd like to volunteer, they could sure use your help. Good morning. What would you like today? Next up, Xanthi Roberts is putting on a bit of a masterclass in gingerbread making with one of the stars from Australia's most loved film last year. It's Miranda Tapsell from The Sapphires.
One of my favourite things about Christmas is making gingerbread. It's fun, it's simple to do, and the smell of it baking in your house just says Christmas. Now I have the divine Miranda Tapsell here today to help me out. Miranda, thank you so much for coming and helping us bake gingerbread. Do you actually like gingerbread?
I do. I love it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I love the zest of it, or all the spices, but I just love how sweet it is as well.
Yeah, it's so Christmassy, isn't it? Yeah. Now, I've rolled that one out for you, so if you can just get started cutting out some shapes. We've got some gingerbread boys and girls and some lovely snowflake shapes there.
Okay.
So in this dough, we've got some sugar and spice and all things nice. There's butter and sugar just to make it taste delicious, some flour and lots of spices. So there's some cinnamon, ginger and a bit of mixed spice as well. Now, before our children arrive to help us decorate, we just need to bake off all of the shapes. So we've got Miranda doing some gingerbread boys and girls and snowflakes, and I'm focusing on the house here. So we've got 2 rectangles and 2 triangles, and that's going to form the basis of our house. So Miranda, what's in store for the Tapsell clan this Christmas?
Oh, I think it's going to be pretty epic, Xanthi. I've got quite a big family on my dad's side. Yep. My dad's one of 12 kids, so...
One of 12?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Miranda, I think we've done a great job here with the gingerbread.
I think so too.
Now these just need to go into the oven for 8 minutes and then we're ready for the kids to arrive.
Ooh.
We've got all of our gingerbread ready to decorate, and here with us we've got this fabulous decorating team. What are your names, kids?
Kevin. Charlotte.
And we are ready to make this gingerbread look fabulous.
I decorate that one bit of ice cream. Yeah, the icing does. Gotta make it sticky. That's not one.
There we go.
Oh, well done.
Perfect. So Miranda, other than decorating gingerbread houses, what have you got on at the moment?
Well, I'll be on a TV show called Love Child on Channel 9 coming out next year, so it'll be very exciting.
I'm starving. Me too. I'm always so hungry.
You're pregnant? So what's the plan, Vivian Lee?
I don't know, but it is not like this in Tamworth. I just want to try everything.
Me too.
There you go. You have done a great job, guys. Thank you so much for helping us.
It's been so fun. Oh, you had fun? Oh, that's good.
For this recipe and all of our gingerbread recipes and decorating ideas, pick up a December copy of the Australian Women's Weekly.
Now this year, instead of wrapping my presents at the very last minute, I'm actually going to spend a little more time creating some simple but gorgeous decorations to add that personal touch for my presents. These easy-to-make photo rosettes are a great alternative to gift tags. First, cut a sheet of coloured A4 paper in half, then fold it into an accordion. Fold the lot in half and then join the sides with double-sided tape to create a fan. Make 2 more little fans, then stick them together to create the rosette. Next, you need to cut your photo into a circle by either using a glass or you can purchase one of these circle templates at your craft shop. Cut a slightly larger circle to frame your photo and then you stick on your photo and you put it on your rosette. I've put some extra double-sided tape on my rosette and there you go, one fabulous, gorgeous, personalised Christmas gift to put under the tree. Now, if you want to get the kids involved decorating gifts, these little cupcake flowers are absolutely gorgeous and they're really easy and fast to make. What you need is some cupcake papers. You're going to smooth them out and then you simply bunch them up. To get a full flower, you need about 4 or 5 different cupcake papers. Then, glue the paper flower in place on your present. There you go, 2 simple and easy ideas that will give your Christmas presents that homemade with love look.
Next up, Georgie Gardner joins Maggie Beer in the Barossa to help out on a delicious Christmas buffet.
How good does that look?
I think it's wonderful.
Baby's coming. She lit up the screen in the Australian hit movie, The Sapphires. Miranda Tapsell.
Can you imagine what it feels like sitting on top of a rocket that big?
Yeah, that's how I got here. In Love Child, coming to 9.
TPG presents our Unlimited Bundle. Get unlimited ADSL2 Plus with home phone line rental. Unlimited calls to local and standard national numbers. Unlimited calls to Australian mobile numbers. And unlimited calls to selected international countries. Plus a Wi-Fi modem. All for just $79.99 a month. Yep, $79.99 a month. TPG is a multi-award winner.
tpg.com.au.
Hi, guess you're all here for our all-out clearance event.
We need to upsize. And we want to downsize.
Well, take a look around. We're going all out with amazing end-of-year deals on big and small models.
Great, because we're all out of room.
And we're all out of kids.
Yes.
Get end-of-year deals like Yaris YR Hatch from $15,490 drive away or 7-seat Kluger KXR from $39,990 drive away. Visit special offers for more.
My new prescription sunglasses are exclusive to Specsavers. Choose designer prescription sunglasses plus a second pair of glasses, and if you're with Medibank like I am, they'll cover the cost. 2 pairs, no gap. Now including prescription sunglasses. Should have gone to Specsavers.
Give the gift that's impossible to resist. An incredible 1 carat of diamonds, $8.99. Quarter carat of diamonds was $5.99, now $2.49. Amazing value is our gift to you at Michael Hill.
There's only one family holiday destination, the Gold Coast, theme park capital of Australia, with new attractions only at Dreamworld, including the new Tiger Show with Baru and Rami, the new Laser Combat and Zombie Evolution, the Big Brother House and Night Whitewater World opening January. For the greatest family holiday ever, it's only on the Gold Coast. Get your unlimited World Pass now and get unlimited entry to Dreamworld and Whitewater World from just $79.99. Visit themeparkcapital.com.au.
Disney's Frozen is almost here, and to celebrate, you have the chance to win a Colorado family snow trip. Buy any Bird's Eye product from Woolworths and visit Facebook to enter. Don't just sit there frozen. Offer thaws December 24. Bird's Eye.
Now, Mega Lash Volume goes Mega Plush. Bye-bye, Brittle. New Volume Express Mega Plush from Maybelline, New York. Our first gel mousse mascara. For Mega Lush lashes, soft to the touch. New Mega Plush Mascara, only from Maybelline.
In the new season,
Red John took his partner. Now, as Jane closes in...
He's getting desperate and a little crazy.
What's Red John cooking up next?
Oh.
The new season of The Mentalist, after 60 minutes.
Welcome back. It wouldn't be Christmas without a visit to Maggie Beer in the Barossa. She's whipping up a delicious Christmas buffet with our December cover girl, the Today Show's Georgie Gardner.
Well, Maggie, it is such a thrill to be here in your kitchen on your farm in the beautiful Barossa. Thank you for having us.
Oh, it's lovely to have you here.
And I'm noticing your little horse today, Maggie.
Yes, singing far too much. The festive season, you know, gets me.
It's begun in earnest.
It has indeed.
Well, the exciting thing for us today is we're going to do a Christmas Eve buffet, and the centrepiece being, of course...
a beautiful Berkshire ham that I have to take the skin off in one simple action.
What's the tip to getting this right, getting the skin off?
The tip is to have it out of the fridge for at least an hour beforehand, so you can get your fingers in between the skin and the fat, and then just prise it off.
So leaving all that fat on?
Yes, fat is flavour. I've got these dried apricots. We just steep them in verjuice, nothing more than that.
Remind us what verjuice is, Maggie.
Verjuice is the juice of unripe grapes, and it's a beautiful, gentle acid. And the glaze is simply the verjuice soaking liquor, and then we're going to put brown sugar and mustard. Now, this beautiful, beautiful fat now gets massaged.
Lucky ham, getting the Maggie Beer massage treatment. You've done this before.
I have indeed. I mean, you could use a brush if you want to be...
Oh, why, Maggie?
If you want to be pure. But that's not my way. We need it to burnish, but every oven is different, so it's a visual thing. This is burnished.
Wow.
So, now you get to help me. Would you like to start this end?
I'd love to. So just
share.
And this is a lovely change from, you know, the traditional cloves and other things, cherries and other things you see, isn't it?
I do it with figs often.
Oh, that'd be good.
Plums, even prunes.
How good does that look?
I think it looks lovely just like that, but we want another burnish. It's very much a visual thing.
Isn't it just? It smells amazing as well.
It's that smokiness, that sweetness. You can actually smell the mustard and brown sugar.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful.
I do too. What next for our buffet, Maggie?
We're going to make a pastry slab and then spread it with agresto and some Persian feta.
What's agresto?
Agresto is a type of pesto. The difference is I've used verjuice, which makes it a brighter colour, so a brighter flavour.
Gorgeous. Sounds festive. Okay, what do we do?
Sour cream pastry.
I'm a bit scared of pastry, Maggie.
But this pastry is just so simple. But there are a few little tricks, like your butter needs to be really cold and you only pulse it until it's sort of like rough breadcrumbs. Now we put the sour cream in. Okay, now I can feel that's coming together, but I really have to test it. And to test it, I just pull it together. See?
Yeah.
I know that's going to come together now. There's no kneading at all. All I'm doing is shaping it into a rectangle. If you keep this rectangle all the time, you're working it less. Okay, well that's enough. Straight onto the slab. And sure, it's not exact, but that's my style. And then this is called docking. This saves it puffing up too much because we want it fairly flat. Well, now we make the agresto. Garlic, basil, pine nuts. I always roast my nuts and let them cool. Very important because roasting brings out the flavour. Extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to put the parmesan in.
Freshly grated parmesan?
Yes, freshly grated.
Yeah.
And otherwise it dries out. Now I'm going to pour the verjuice in.
Oh, that smells superb. Is that one of your favourite smells?
It's one of the great perfumes of life, I think.
I would agree. So, Maggie, our pastry slab is cooked and cooled.
That's right.
Now the fun begins.
If you spread the agresto, I think it's the perfect amount, for that size slab. And I'm going to put the Persian feta on.
Now, the Persian feta, it's a delicacy, isn't it? It's
rich.
a treat.
It's rich and creamy. I wouldn't use normal feta if I didn't have Persian feta. I'd use, say, some goat's curd. And, of course, I like big lobs. And when we're ready, we cut it into little squares and...
add to the buffet table.
Add to the buffet table. But there's more to come.
More?
There are 2 dishes we're going to do later, and one of them is just so simple, so delicious, and very different on the barbecue.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Christmas is one of my favourite times of the year, but it can get a little overwhelming trying to organise celebrations, parties, presents, and never really seems to be enough time or money. So I have a few tips and tricks to help you relax and enjoy the festive season. Conquering the kitchen is my first priority. Make a list of the food you're serving over Christmas and prepare as much as you can ahead of time. Fruit mince pies, shortbread and Christmas cake can all be cooked and stored in the freezer. As for the Christmas pud, provided you've added the traditional dash of alcohol, it should keep in the fridge for up to 6 months. Right, food's sorted, and so I'm not caught short, I'm going to wrap up a few extra presents for those unexpected guests. And for those must-have presents for the family, shopping online saves time and you can avoid all the big crowds at the shops. I'm on the Big W website and I am blitzing my Christmas list. Lego for the kids. Oh, this scooter is cool. Something for the boys. And oh, that's adorable. A little something the whole family can play with. Oh, and I can't forget Dad, he is going to love the shaver. You can hit the click and collect button and nominate your pickup store. It's so handy, especially if you're on your lunch break and you want to grab your goodies or to keep that new bike a secret. Now, to get organised, you need time. So my advice is to spend a little money to save a lot of time. Now, for as little as $40, you can hire a mowing service to have your garden looking great. And just quietly, it frees up other members of the family to help with those essential Christmas chores. Well, I'm off to pick up my prezzies, and while I'm out, I thought I'd hire a professional to give the house a thorough clean from top to bottom. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you. I've just come to pick up my click and collect.
Yeah, no worries.
Great, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Well, that's it. I've got my presents and I'm ready for Christmas in much less time and with way less stress.
After the break, Luke Mangan's back with more cherries. This time he's got a beautiful dessert.
Looks really cool. There you have it, my beautiful Black Forest cherry trifle.
And some stocking stuffer ideas.
Not one of these presents has cost more than $20.
This news break brought to you by GIO Home Insurance. GIO, it's a trust thing.
Good evening. A mother has fled a burning house with her 2 children in Carlton in Sydney South. It's prompted a warning by firefighters for homeowners to check their Christmas lights. 2 teenagers have been reunited with their parents after they vanished in Rouse Hill on Wednesday. South Africa is holding a day of prayer and reflection for President Nelson Mandela. And a baby elephant weighing a whopping 130 kilograms has been born at Melbourne Zoo. Partly cloudy tomorrow. More news later.
Rorting the first home buyers grant, how hundreds are getting caught cheating the scheme, what they did, the tricks and how they tried to get away with it. 9 News Monday.
The numbers say the average New South Wales family has 1.9 children, 2.1 bathrooms, eats their breakfast on the go, has spent the last 5 years in their current address, and too much of that time watching mind-numbing TV shows. We know your family is anything but average, which is why we offer different levels of home insurance to suit your needs. GIO, it's a trust thing.
Gold and the Incas. A remarkable exhibition featuring more than 200 works of art from ancient Peru and the famous empire of the Incas. Only at the National Gallery of Australia, Canberra.
Calypso mangoes.
No, you know the rule. If it's not on the list, we don't buy it.
Oh, look. It is on the list.
With more mango and less seed, you can't go past a Calypso.
You can't always be here or here, but you'll never miss any cricket action this Aussie summer with the new Cricket Australia Live, the official app. It's everything cricket, wherever you need it, anytime you want it. Get the latest scores, news and behind-the-scenes footage, plus subscribe to live streaming and catch every ball on your mobile, tablet or PC. Download the free app for Apple and Android now or visit cricket.com.au. Every ball, every match, everywhere.
During the festive season, it's easy to overindulge, which can lead to heartburn and indigestion. Don't let it spoil the moment. Take Gaviscon. Unlike some antacids that slowly neutralise the acids that cause the discomfort, Gaviscon works differently to create a physical barrier that soothes heartburn in just 4 minutes. Right now at Chemist Warehouse, Gaviscon Liquid 500ml is only $5.99. Don't let heartburn and indigestion spoil this festive season. Ask for Gaviscon from Chemist Warehouse.
See you guys to Starburn. Oh, and don't bring a thing.
Don't bring a thing.
Sweet.
We have to bring something.
We so do.
Hi guys. How are you?
Cadbury favourites. What to bring when you're told not to bring a thing.
It's the renovation spectacular like no other. An entire street totally transformed. Makeover Street. Wednesday week on 9.
Christmas is a great time for desserts, and cherries are absolutely fantastic this time of the year. So I'm going to make an amazing Black Forest cherry trifle. So first step is a beautiful chocolate sponge. So we need 4 eggs and about 150 grams of sugar. And we just mix that for a good 6 or 7 minutes. So we can see how it's really thickened up, and that's absolutely perfect. So what we need to do now, we're just going to get some flour and sieve it through. And just fold it very gently. Get all those lumps out. We don't want to mix it too hard because we're going to knock all that air out. And then I've got some melted chocolate and melted butter. Doesn't that sound like Christmas? And you just gently, gently mix it through until it's all sort of folded through. How good is that? I'm just going to pour that all in. So about 160 for about 25 to 30 minutes. So our sponge has been cooked for about 25 minutes and I'm just letting it cool, and it's absolutely perfect. Now, moving on to the star of the show, and that is cherries. And you've got to use fresh cherries this time of the year. Don't use those tin ones. So we're going to poach these, we're going to make a beautiful syrup, and this is how we do it. We get some sugar and some water, and we're going to make a light sort of caramel. So we're going to just dissolve that sugar and bring it up to the boil. Now what we want to do is add some red wine, and I'm adding a bit of cinnamon. I just love to break the cinnamon stick open, just gets all that flavour out. And we're going to add a little bit of Grand Marnier, and that's going to give a beautiful orange flavour. Bring that to the boil, and we're going to pour it over those amazing cherries. Just like that. And we just let that cool down. And while they're doing that, I'm going to do a mascarpone cream. First step for that is to make a soft meringue. So we've got 4 egg whites. And we're going to beat them with half the amount of sugar. We're going to keep the other half for the mascarpone cream. So what we want to do here is make a really nice soft meringue. So these look just about ready. And for the perfect meringue, you just want it like that, so it's just holding. And then I've got about 500 grams of mascarpone cheese. And what I would like to do, instead of whisking this, is beat it. And just beat it really slowly to start, just like that. And then I'm just going to add 4 egg yolks. And I'm going to add the remaining sugar and a beautiful bit of orange zest. And that'll really give it that nice flavour. And there you have it, a beautiful orange mascarpone cream. So, what we need to do now is get our egg white. You just want to be really delicate. You don't want to split that mascarpone. So, that's looking pretty good. Now we're going to assemble. First step, our beautiful sponge. Crumble it down on the base. And then I'm going to get half the mascarpone filling. And then I get my beautiful cherries that smell incredible. And just, even with the juice, put them on top. And all that liquor there, that'll get absorbed into the sponge as well, with a bit more sponge on top. And that remaining mascarpone, we can finish it with a few little cherries. And then a little bit of chocolate. Just grate it over like that. Looks really cool. Or, fun thing is to get a peeler and just do some shavings, just like that. You get some nice curls. And there you have it, my beautiful Black Forest cherry trifle. Perfect for Christmas.
Kids love to open presents, and to keep the fun going at Christmas time, I found some great presents for $5, under $10, and under $20. And it's a great idea to think about what your child's interested in, and you can theme your presents. I'm making up a girly bag. I've got a $10 watch, a $5 stationery kit, and some perfume, and a gorgeous brush. And for the little action man in your life, would you believe this is only $5, this water gun? We're also going to add in a football and, for $20, this super cool skateboard. When you're filling your Santa sack, think of gifts that are not only fun, but useful, like this stationery set and this box of crayons. Great for school. If you've got an outdoorsy kid, encourage them with this fantastic garden toolkit. A backpack for $10 and a lunchbox. Not one of these presents has cost more than $20, so you've created a lot of joy for a little price.
Hope you're enjoying the show. Just a reminder that by subscribing to The Weekly, you could win one of 10 fabulous Hawaiian holidays. The prize includes return flights to Hawaii for 2 people, plus 6 nights accommodation. You can subscribe online at magshop.com.au/Christmas2 or call 136 116 and quote the code in the December issue. Next up, Maggie Beer and Georgie Gardner put the finishing touches on their Christmas buffet.
I've got this big mother of a fish. Beautiful.
The future is here. On 60 Minutes, 3D printing, guns, body parts, even cars. And it's as simple as click, print, fire.
This is a really worrying development.
Plus, the greatest rock and roll band in the world, one-on-one.
It's fun and absolves all your responsibilities.
60 Minutes, next.
Summer fashion at unbelievably low prices. Only at Big W.
Customers told us they saved on average $251 when they switched to Budget Direct's Money Magazine award-winning car insurance. Get smart. Get direct. Budget Direct.
Deal! Smarter deal.
Nutritious veggies, delicious fruit, V8 Fusion.
Let the good times fly this Christmas with gift ideas like jet boating, shark diving, helicopter flights, or flying trapeze. With experiences from just $50. The quickest and easiest way to get it right this Christmas is at redballoon.com.au, where exchanges are free, there's a 14-day refund guarantee, and free delivery for a limited time. So let them experience happy this Christmas with a gift they'll never forget. redballoon.com.au.
Mom, there's too many bars. Yeah, can't we inside?
No, we're not going anywhere.
Oh, please, stay.
Protect your family from flies and mozzies with new Mortein Nature Guard Auto Protect. It automatically releases a plant-based active ingredient, a new citronella fragrance, so it's tough on pests, not people. Enjoy your backyard whenever you want. with Mortein's full range of outdoor flying mozzie solutions.
Morning, Hayley. Got time for breakfast?
Let's blitz it. Throw in a banana, berries, yogurt and milk. Then simply blitz, switch and go.
The new Blitz to Go from Canbrook. Simply blitz, switch and go.
Who gives you Australia's best small car, the i30, from just $29.90 drive away, including 6-speed automatic, plus no deposit and nothing to pay until 2015? We do. Hyundai.
The oven gloves are off.
Don't like those either.
And the heat is on.
Oh no!
From delectable desserts to sumptuous savouries.
Yes!
Who will rise to the challenge in the battle of the bakers?
That is very special.
The Great British Bake Off. Tonight, 7:30 on Gem.
This summer, Hot Seat fires up with more brand new episodes.
Grab the champers, buddy, we're on.
New drama, new highs, new excitement. No other show makes big winners like Hot Seat. Brand new Hot Seat.
Weekdays 5:30 on 9.
Christmas with the Australian Women's Weekly Special, brought to you by Big W. Shop this Christmas from thousands of great gift ideas.
Welcome back to Christmas with the Women's Weekly. It's time to head back to the Barossa now, where Maggie Beer and Georgie Gardner are holding court in the kitchen.
All right, now, Maggie, you promised 2 more dishes for our spread.
I did.
What have you got?
Well, I've got this big mother of a fish. A beautiful...
Is that all you could provide?
A beautiful, beautiful ocean trout, which we're going to smoke on the barbecue and then serve it with an eggplant salad with lots of fresh lemon and parsley and mint.
Sounds amazing. Let's
all
get
together.
started.
Well, we're going to just prep some fennel, orange and lemon, just to put in the centre, just for flavour. So it's a case of seeing how much we need. Oh, there's quite an aperture there. All I'm doing is putting all of these in the cavity, orange, lemon, and your beautifully cut fennel.
And so that beautiful combination of flavour just infuses the fish, does it?
It does,
Yeah.
it does.
Gee, he's bursting at the seams, isn't he?
He is bursting at the seams. Now the smoking mix.
Yes.
And I want you to smell this.
Oh.
Orange Pico tea.
Orange Pico tea.
Which is why I use the orange, but it's so aromatic. And all we're doing is mixing the tea, brown sugar and white sugar.
So that's it? That's the smoking mixture?
That's the smoking mixture. Well, the first thing we have to do is I've got to put this down and we have to put the smoking mix into the barbecue to ignite it. I can smell that it's ready. It's that burning sensation.
Okay, so I can lift the lid?
Lift the lid. Straight down.
There's a reason why we don't do this indoors.
Isn't it? But it is the most beautiful thing. But if you overcook it, it's ordinary.
So, Maggie, now the fish is cooking, we can get started on the eggplant salad.
Absolutely we can, but you know, it's the size of the eggplant that's really important. If you were to get a really big bulbous eggplant, it would have lots of seeds and be quite bitter. Now, I'm not salting the eggplant.
Oh, you don't salt your eggplant?
No, we used to salt it because eggplants were bitter, but they're bred differently now. I'm after a real golden brown. Now, at home, you might have a splatter pad. Do you know those? A flat splatter pad is very good for this.
And another tip might be to wear an apron, by the way, too.
Yes, it might be. Okay, see, that's done. That's done. Now this is as simple as throw. Lots of parsley.
Oh, look at the colours, Maggie.
The breadcrumbs for a bit of crunch. And then a vinaigrette. So I'm going to use a mixture of vinacotto, which is cooked grape must, and lemon juice. And it's just so Moorish.
Gee, that looks good.
It'll
That is a
sparkle.
good hearty salad.
It's a very hearty salad.
And useful if there's a vegetarian in the mix.
Yes, you'll always find one.
Okay.
Whoops.
Whoa.
Now, Whoops, now. I really want to show you this, Georgie. It's lovely. It's just that tiny bit spongy and it will be absolutely perfect.
Perfect and rustic.
Definitely rustic.
You have just put together the most scrumptious Christmas Eve buffet.
Oh, thank you, Georgie. I've loved it. I really have. And it's simple and it's beautiful.
You have a very Merry Christmas.
Thank you. And you.
This is the magical choir of hope and inspiration, better known as the Choir of Hard Knocks. It started about 7 years ago as a choir for the homeless and disadvantaged by this magical man here, Mr. Jonathan Welch. Thank you very much for having us at your rehearsals.
Pleasure, Shelley. Great to have you.
7 years in, and the initiative has come so far.
It has. It's amazing to believe that the choir is now in its 8th year, and we have the School of Hard Knocks, arts and cultural programs as well for disadvantaged Australians, so it's a very exciting time.
It's extraordinary. May we hear some more?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. But first, that is it from us. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. Remember, all the recipes from tonight, plus a stack of other great Christmas ideas, are in the December issue of the Australian Women's Weekly with our very own Georgie Gardner on the cover. We'd also like to make mention of a special Christmas campaign that's been launched by the Starlight Children's Foundation. More details at starlightmission.org.au. From all of us at Channel 9, have a wonderful and safe Christmas. And what better message to go out on than the Christmas song of Hope and Inspiration by the Choir of Hope and Inspiration.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, the greatest rock band in the world.
You've got to be professional then. Once you're very professional, then you can do what you like.
The Rolling Stones.